First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out to the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but he'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
it's a wobbler here. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, 7. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
An extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Jonathan Garibay will kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
He'll get this up to about the 44. The Vikings now at 2-5 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting rocked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Up the middle, it's Cook. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and 8.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll drop to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 27 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 17, Vikings 7. Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Andrew Booth puts it off. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, "I'll take him, I'll fix him." The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, "He's yours from now on." Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying,
he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down and sacked by Isaiah Simmons. A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 2nd and 2.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
They're on 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
24. Vikings 21. Jonathan
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They're on 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook running right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down, it's Cook again.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there, but a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
And he's got it down to the 28.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd and 5. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 36 yards.
And the Cards have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as they get this up to about the 42. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Arizona,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Simmons.